The needles shine bright, piercing stories in gold were taking flight. From Calgary streets to the world we roam, piercing lifestyle and community. This is your piercing home.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Keith here from Pierced Lifestyle and Community. We're here on our first episode. I'm glad that you could all join us. We've got a vacant seat. We're going to have some interviewing going on here in a little bit. We're filming today from Tribal Expression here in the waiting room on a really busy Saturday. I'm not sure if it's a good idea or a bad idea, but we'll see what happens as we go on here. I'm glad you could all join us. These episodes are really going to feature more about lifestyle and community. It's not just about body piercing. Of course, we have great access to material from Tribal Expression here, with me being the owner of Tribal Expression. We have a factory, we have many different piercers, we can film lots of footage here. So a lot of our footage will revolve around at least one episode of body piercing, but it's not all about that. It's about lifestyle and community. It's about what we do, really good restaurants, interviewing Calgary icons. And what I mean by that is the legendary businesses that we all know of, and sitting down with them and talking to them about their mix, talking to their chefs, different stuff like that. But I believe it's a little bit more about lifestyle than it is just body piercing, though we have great access to it. Thanks for joining me. Today here we're going to be interviewing one of our piercers, Sergey. Sergey's been with us quite a long time here, I bet you about 3 years. He immigrated from Ukraine. I'll let him tell his story. I'm not going to get into it 100%, but join us here soon for the interview with Sergey from Tribal Expression. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Keith here from Piercing Lifestyle and Community, and today we're interviewing Sergey. Sergey is a piercer at Tribal Expression. I know him quite well. Obviously, I own Tribal Expression, so why don't we come on in, Sergey? Let's start.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, this is Sergey. All right. So, so Sergey's been with us for almost 2.5 years, and obviously a great piercer, really good with people, super good bedside manner. But tell us, how did you come to Canada? How did you, I hear an accent here? Where are you from?
Yeah, so I just immigrated from Ukraine. So it was 2 years and a half, like you said, yeah. So I like here.
Yeah.
I like my job. And I used to work in medicine,
Yes.
medicine field. So I familiar with any standards, protocols. Anyway, I did piercing in Ukraine as well.
Yes.
So I send my resume all over the Calgary, and good guy like Keith grabbed me.
All right.
So I am very thankful to him, and I got this job. It's close to medicine. I like it. I like to talk to people. I like to help people.
I guess the question: what would you say makes Tribal unique? What makes this place unique that you don't see other places, even Ukraine or other places that you've traveled? What makes it very special?
Yeah, in the business like that, in field like that, make unique big experience. First of all, big experience. I heard Tribal Expression already exists more than 20 years.
Right.
In Calgary.
That's right.
So it's huge, And I like it because here always very clean.
Yes.
Always very clean, yeah, always clean. And I met very professional piercers here, and I got a lot of knowledge from them.
Right.
Yeah, even I got a big experience, maybe more than 8 years. But anyway, we teach each other. We working like a team.
A team,
like
yeah.
a team. So
I think that's
like it.
I think that's what I like about working here too. Is that it's everyone's here to help each other, to make sure that we all have great experiences and make our customers have great experiences.
Yeah.
I think the thing that I really like is I like the fact that we make all the jewelry. That we have a jewelry department that's working on and making all the jewelry, and I think that makes it a lot easier for us to do more custom stuff. That's right, yeah. So what was once hard and we had to order from places and it took months and months, it takes weeks and we have it in stock, and I find that that's what I like. So you obviously work a lot with the kids as well.
Yeah, I love doing with the kids. Yeah, my wife, by the way, pediatrician, so I always
always with kids.
Always with kids. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I am happy when kids are happy.
That's right. Yeah, I find that's been a very big part of our business that has grown huge. Is the call it family piercings. I wouldn't call it kids because it's of all ages, but we accommodate, you know, the parents and the kids and the families and stuff. And you know, I looked at the schedule just yesterday, and I think over 3 days we had 30 kids ear piercings.
Yeah.
On the schedule.
Yeah, on the schedule.
And so very busy. And the cool part is all these kids and all the people getting pierced here are all getting pierced with Canadian-made jewelry. It's all getting made with jewelry. Comes with a lifetime warranty. And
Titanium.
Titanium.
Always only titanium.
Yeah, that's very excited. And what makes me feel a little old that I've been piercing this a long time is I remember now there's kids' ears that I pierced when they were 5 or 6. I've been piercing for 30 years. So now they're in their adults and they have kids that they're coming
They're coming to you
to get pierced. I'm glad that you could take the time in the middle of a busy Saturday to sit down with us and do an interview. Yeah, we'll do it again. You know, in a couple of weeks, we're going to go through and just kind of interview some of the staffs and different piercers and stuff like that. So, everybody, this is Sergey. So, thanks for joining us on another episode of Piercing, Lifestyle, and Community. And again, we filmed this at Tribal Expression. We're going to be leaving here and going out to drop off gift cards for our scavenger hunt, which is going really successful right now. We got tons of people running around the city looking for gift cards. So thanks for joining us, and stay tuned for the episode on the gift hunt.
Yeah,
so,
thank you.
Thanks.
Today's episode is brought to you by tribalexpressionjewelry.com, where cutting-edge design meets precision piercing. Shop exclusive, locally made titanium and gold jewelry trusted by pros and loved by piercing fanatics worldwide. Level up at tribalexpressionjewelry.com.
Hey, what's up everybody? It's Keith here from Tribal Expression. Here we are in the piercing mobile, and we're out driving around, dropping off gift cards, hiding them throughout the city for the scavenger hunt. If you ever see me in this car, flag me down. I will definitely give you a gift card, for sure. So, off we go. We're gonna go hand them off. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Keith here from Tribal Expression. Welcome to our first annual scavenger hunt. We've got gift cards, tons and tons of gift cards. And what we're doing is we're going to places like this. We're gonna put them in fun places. There we go. Gift card, figure out where it is. And we're gonna do this multiple times throughout the week. So have fun finding all the gift cards throughout the city. And like I said, we have lots.
Get in there. Let's do this. Get in there, bro. Yeah. All that? Yeah. That's all bug larvae. See that?
Oh, yeah.
See, look at all that.
I realized that you could turn fishing into a business.
Well, back in 2006, Keith, I thought, you know what? I tried to hire some guides, and they weren't into taking people out for spin fishing.
Right.
They were, you know, taking people out for fly fishing, and that was kind of what they catered to, and that's great and all. But, you know, I saw a marketplace for guys that do this. They spin fish, right?
Right.
They don't want to spend the money on fly stuff. They're not whatever. So they're happy with this, but they couldn't go out with a guide.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, the light bulb comes on.
The light bulb comes on. You're like,
Light bulb.
I need to be that guide.
I'm gonna
Look
be
at these
that
lures. These are made by Mike. You know how we manufacture our own piercing jewelry, and we're really proud of it. He's just as proud as these fishing lures and what they can do. So they're tried and tested here on the Bow River. This is your spot.
all over the world.
All over the world, but
All over the
I'm
world.
saying, where did you do your best prototyping on these lures?
Right here on the Bow River.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
So that's what I'm saying. So if you're from around the Bow and you're in and around Calgary, I don't see why you're not using these lures if you really want to catch some good fish. Look at these techniques. I know nothing about fishing really, but I can tell you that lure is dancing in the water right now. Right.
Yes,
so
sir.
there you go. So that, at least I know a little bit about it. I remember that from my grandpa. My grandpa just said, I remember I was fishing with him when I was a kid, and I had it in there, and it was just sitting there. He's like, no. You got to make that thing dance.
We're making this thing look like a real bait fish. Yep.
Yeah,
This is
pretty
called
true.
the Tiger King. This is the latest and greatest.
Yeah.
This looks like a tiger trout, Keith.
Yeah.
And the reason why we're using it, obviously, you see we have a cloudy day.
Yeah.
So not a lot of light penetration going into the river.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
there's a reason why we selected that river. See how it has a hot orange body?
Yeah.
Right?
More iridescence.
Yeah, we want the fish to actually see it. It actually rattles too. All my lures rattle, so
I see
they
it.
can both see it and hear it.
Yeah, good. All right, let's see.
And then it comes down like this into a basin.
Uh-huh.
So you get to be really intimate with the river, and then you get to know where you should be, you know,
Where you should be going?
where the fish want to hang out.
And literally, do they just hang out?
Yeah, they hang out. They just stay, right? Because there's certain spots where they don't have to exert as much energy.
Yeah.
Kind of like sitting on our couch, right?
Yeah.
This is called an improved clinch knot. We're going to tie just a regular knot here. And then we're going to start wrapping it around the line 5 times. Ready? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to go underneath the line and back over top into the eyelet I just created. Right there. Now I'm going to pull this down and cinch that down, okay? And then I'm going to test the knot. One thing you want to really do is have high quality fishing line, because you don't want to leave a lure in a fish's mouth. And then we're ready to go. So there it is. Heavy, it's 18 grams. So I can put this thing all the way across the river. Different kind of hook, so it's a suspending jerk bait, meaning I can just leave it and it still sits there. It doesn't sink. It suspends. Try to pick off something through this corridor. Right there. That is the spot. Right there. Right there. Right there. Come on, Mr. Trout. Yeah. Let's go. Into the boat. Yeah, let's go. Big one. Big one. There he is. There we go. There he is. That's a big one. Oh, he got away. Let's go. Oh, he got away. Yes, we're in the right spot. Yeah, he got away. There we go.
On a wicked fishing trip there, going up and down the Bow River. If you ever want to get in contact with Mike, what is the best way that they can get a hold of you?
Best way through the website, Keith, www.bowriverblog.com.
Right on. I would highly recommend it. It's been a great day. I really appreciate it. We did snag a fish. We didn't catch it, but we snug it, and that's good enough, man. Your lures work great. So thank you, everybody, for joining us, and stay tuned for the next episode.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Keith here from Pierce Lifestyle and Community. We've got a guest named Gwen that's going to be teaching us a little bit about magic. I've always been into it. That's a little secret side note of me. I like magic, so it's kind of cool. Hopefully I can learn some stuff. So why don't you join us, Gwen? Come on in, have a seat.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Say hello to everybody out there.
Hi, everybody.
All right, so let's just go over the regular old list of questions that we usually do when we're interviewing people.
Sure.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name's Gwen. I am a magician's assistant, have been for probably the last, 16 years, maybe more?
Super cool.
I don't even know. I've lost count. But it's super fun. Started here in Calgary. By day, I do have a day job, but magic's way more fun.
That is more fun. So how did you get into magic? Like, what was your path to kind of bring you that direction?
Calgary used to have a magic shop called The Vanishing Rabbit.
I think I remember, yeah.
Yeah, it was down on Center Street, and then most recently it was on Edmonton Trail.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's where I remember, yeah.
And the owner of the magic shop said to me one day, he was like, you're like the perfect size to be a magician's assistant.
You're like,
And
"Right."
I was like, oh, that sounds super fun. How do I do that? And so he said, tell you what, if you fit in the costume, I'll teach you a trick. So I went by, I fit in the costume. He taught me a trick, and the rest is history. Now I've
That's
worked
awesome.
with a bunch of the bigger names that don't live in Calgary,
Yeah.
and so it's been great.
That's really fun. What a interesting path, I guess you'd say. It's kind of like piercing. Like, people look at it, our careers as kind of like weird professions, I guess. When I say I'm out and about and I say to people, I'm like, hey, what do you do for a living? I'm like, oh, I'm a body piercer. They're like, what? And I bet you it's the exact same thing when you say
Yeah.
I'm a magician's assistant.
Yeah.
They're like, really? Okay, well, tell me more. So how did you get, what was the path of that? So yeah, you tried on the suit, you said, okay,
So,
this is cool.
I tried on the costume. and I learned a trick. And then he was actually hosting an event called Mega Magic Saturday, which
cool.
I haven't seen happen in a long, long time.
Yeah.
But he basically had all of the magicians from Alberta and surrounding that showed up for this one day here in Calgary.
Cool.
And there was a lecturer that came into town from LA and all this stuff. And so I'm there dressed like an assistant.
Yeah, that's right. Good.
And he had sold the trick.
Ah.
So he says to me, he's like, oh, I sold it, but you can still hang out.
Right.
So I was like, okay. So I hung out and I met all these guys and they're like, well, what do you do? And I was like, well, I want to be an assistant. And they were like, well, that's not really how this goes, but yeah, okay. So some of them were like, well, I've got a show coming up. Listen, I can put you in these shows. So then we started a show here in town that had a little cult following for a long time called A Brush with Death and Bunny Rabbit. Magic show. It was more macabre magic. Like it was like kind of like the darker, like
Okay, yeah.
you would have liked it. The
Yeah.
guys would like cut their arms off. You know, there was some blood. So for you to learn magic, your best bet would be to get the books. Or to join, there's now like online magic groups. Steve Valentine has a really great one. I think it's called Magic on the Go, but you may need some basic knowledge first. You could join the local magic club. There is a Calgary local
That's
magic
cool.
club. Yeah,
Who
they
knew?
meet once a month.
Right.
And the guys in the club are super welcoming. They'll totally teach you some tricks.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to learn, that would be your best bet. I do help teach the teens every summer.
Oh, cool.
So if there's teenagers watching that are
Yeah.
into learning how to do magic, and you're in the States, every year the IBM, which is the International Brotherhood of Magicians,
Cool.
there's a convention every year, and Lance Burton runs a teen seminar.
Hey, that's super fun. I
Yeah.
watched that guy. I seen that. I watched Lance Burton in Vegas. I seen one of the shows there.
Oh, that's
That was
awesome.
super cool. It was. I remember us probably only piercing maybe about 5 years into my career. First trip to Vegas, and it's like, yeah, hell yeah, we're going to a magic show.
Yeah.
Like, of course. So that was super fun.
I assist with the Lance Burton Teen Seminar every summer.
Okay, yeah.
Which is great, and it's actually free for the teens. I have competed in different magic competitions at different conventions with other magicians, so they'll hire me to compete in the act. So I've won gold twice for assisting and silver
Cool.
twice.
So you've been cut in half.
I have been cut in half.
All right.
I even
Cool.
got to go in a Doug Henning cut in half, sawing in half illusions. Most recently, I got to go to Blackpool, England, which is where they host the world's largest magic convention, I would
cool.
say.
Yeah.
I think it is the world's largest. I might be wrong. But I got to go there and lecture in 2023.
That's cool. And what was
Yeah.
your lecture on?
Being a magician's assistant and how you can make
Yeah.
more money if you hire an assistant.
That's awesome. Now, here's a question. I guess
Sure.
if your magic was a piercing, what piercing would it be?
If my magic was a piercing,
Yeah.
what piercing would it be? That's a very tricky question
know.
because I don't know all the piercings.
That's right. Well, the ones that you know, what do you think it would be?
But I would say because I'm more behind the scenes,
Yeah.
maybe a belly button piercing.
Ah, there you go. That's a good answer for sure.
We're a little spicy. I'm
That's
wearing
it.
a lot of glitter.
That's right. That's good. That's good. I wish I could pull it off. Maybe this is what I'm gonna wear on our next ones. I'm just gonna show up in glitter for sure. What do you guys think? Should I do it? You know, I would say get us to what? How many views?
Many.
100,000 views. Get us to 100,000 followers, and I will wear glitter. I guarantee you. Like you've been coming to Tribal for a long time. You said.
So I have come to Tribal for one piercing. It is my nose.
Yeah.
It is still in there.
Yeah.
You
How
can
long ago
see
was
it.
that?
Well, I don't know. Long
Okay,
time.
well,
I don't want to age
Because
myself.
you don't want to age yourself. Me neither, right? I don't want to age myself. Just last week. Yeah.
Yeah, just a week ago, I
Yeah.
think.
That's cool. So you've been coming. So you've obviously heard about our reputation even back then.
Oh, yeah.
For piercing. If there's one thing that you kind of know about Tribal, what would you say that you would explain to other people? What makes it a little special to you?
I think you guys take some of the fear away. Like you're really good at making people feel at ease, even if they're coming to do something a little scary.
A little scary, yeah, for sure. I think that's the biggest thing when it comes down to piercing that we try and do is we never try to lose sight of what it is to be afraid to get a piercing. And it's hard sometimes because you get jaded. You've been doing this for a long time. You're like, come on, it's just a nose piercing. But reverse it, put me there in that second. I'm nervous too. I get nervous when I get pierced. It will never stop me from getting it. But yeah, no, I think you're right. I think that is one of the things. It's good to hear. I never thought of that before.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely work really hard on, I guess what we say is just making a very good experience. So it's something that's not negative, the outcome's good, and it's something where years later, if you ever wanted to come back, you know exactly where to come. So, but again, thank you for coming today. Thank you for the interview.
course.
I super appreciate it, and I can't wait. Maybe you can come in and you can join us again and do some magic.
And bring
for
some
us.
magic?
Yeah,
Yeah,
do
for
it. Do some
sure.
magic, and
Oh, that'd
like
be
teach
so
us some
great.
magic. That'd be fun. Like
Yeah.
just some weird, funny card trick or something. That'd be good.
You
Something I
bet.
can teach my customers. You know, so that'd be great. Well, thank you for coming.
You're very welcome. Thank
Thanks.
you for having me.
Join us on episode 2, where we'll be going to Congress Coffee to learn the art of roasting coffee beans. Tribal Expression will be creating their own unique signature blend of coffee, creating full-bodied Ethiopian beans. We can't wait to share some coffee with you.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you for joining us for episode number 1 of Pierce Lifestyling Community. Thank you for making this a success. Like and subscribe. It's really going to help our channel out. You'll also get to see some of the new content coming out in a couple of weeks. We're going to Congress Coffee. We're going to learn the art of roasting coffee beans. Then from there, we're going to go to the Good Neighbor. The Good Neighbor is...
Hi, my name is Alice, and I'm one of the co-founders of Good Neighbor, which is Calgary's first free clothing store. We provide emergency clothing and food to anybody who needs it, regardless of their ability to pay. We have a thrift store that exists in Chinatown that's our fundraiser store and helps us pay for things like new underwear, socks, and food for the community. We do not require any sort of proof of income or anything. We are an open door. Anybody can come, and we are run by volunteers.
Calgary that helps a lot of people. You'll learn about what they do, but not only will you learn about what they do, you'll learn about how to help them. So join us here in about 2 to 3 weeks for our next episode. Can't wait to see you. Thank you.
The needles shine bright, piercing stories in gold were taking flight. From Calgary streets to the world we roam, piercing lifestyle and community. This is your piercing home.